Hello, welcome back. This is Joseph Kai YouTube channel. Today we are going to have a look at diagonal difference from HackerRank. We are going to have a look at what is diagonal. Diagonal is a line in a sloping like this, and we are going to sum up this number and sum up this number, and then we are going to find out what is the difference. So this is the difference of diagonal. In computing memory, arrays always start with 0 index. For example, we have number 1 and 3 and 8 in the computing memory. If we want to access number 1, we have to write 0 index in array. So in 2D array, we have the row and the column. So we are starting with the 0 index for row and 0 index for column. And this is the 0 index for row, and this is the first index for column, and so on. If we want to access these elements, we have to write array 0 index for row and 0 index for column, so we can access this element. For this element number 5, we have to write the first index for row and the first index for column. Actually, this is the second column and the second row, but we have to write the first index for row and the first index for column. So as the same as this element, we are writing array square bracket, second index for row and second index for column. And this is the opposite way of diagonal. We're going to sum up 4, 5, 10, so we are getting 19. How we gonna access these 4 and 5 and 10 from the memory? If we want to access this element, we have to write, this is the third column, so that is the second index, and this is the first row, so 0 index for row. So we are writing array square bracket 0 index and second index for the column. And if we would like to access number 5, we are writing array first index and first index for row and first index for column. So as the same, number 10, we are writing a second index for row and the 0 index for column. So we are accessing this 2, 1, 0 for column, but 0, 1, 2 for row. So for the row, we are incrementing by 1. For the column, we are decrementing by 1, 2, 1, 0. Now we are going to have a look at in the code. First, we are going to initialize the sum 1. Sum 1 is the first diagonal, and the sum 2 is the second diagonal. And we are going to loop the 2D array. So we are starting with 0 index, and we are going to check index is less than array dot count, and we are going to incrementing the index of I in every row. So the first step, we are going to add an array. So this means the first I is 0, so we are accessing array 0 0, and up in the second loop the I is incrementing, so the i's become 1, so we are accessing the array of 1 1, the first index of row and the first index of column. And then we are incrementing another loop. We are incrementing I again in another loop, so I become number 2, so I is 2 in here, and then we are accessing the array second row and second column, and then we are adding this number into the sum one. Again, we are adding the sum to array. We are so for the rows we need to incrementing the row, and for the column we have to decrementing from the array of the length of array. So we are writing count minus 1. We are decrementing by 1, and for examples, if I is 1, we're going to deduct from the length of array. And we are going to return, we are going to check if sum2 is greater than sum1. We have to initialize the difference. So we are going to store the difference sum2 minus sum1. Else, if sum1 is smaller, difference sum1 minus sum2. And then we are going to return the difference of diagonal. So have a look. Just copy and paste and run the code. Sorry, a bit we need to waiting. Yes, the test passed. Congratulations. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channels for more videos. See you.